We are back with more My Southern Home, and I'm here with Monica Maloney, a local designer, and thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me back. It's really exciting to talk about all of the fun projects I have going on.
Well, this home is absolutely a showstopper, and tell me a little bit about the design inspiration here.
Thank you, I appreciate it. This house is truly like an extension of me. It really is and has become my child because I've been so hands-on with the design here. So initially I started looking through inspirational photos. I love an architectural digest. I love an Elle decor. I want to see where we're going in the interior design space. And then also really just seeing what I like and what speaks to me. I'm a big fan of traveling, so I took a lot of inspiration in different travels that I did. The primary bathroom really came from a trip to London where I was looking at really classic traditional materials, but using them in a more modern way. So trying to take a narrative that's familiar, but flip it on its head and get it to a point where it's romantic, it still is a little bit masculine, and just feel really enveloping in the space. So you'll see some of those themes throughout.
Well, you used tile and the help of Robert F. Henry tile specifically to help incorporate all these different moods, because it's almost like each space has its own personality, but they all flow together beautifully.
I appreciate that. That was the goal, you know, sticking to the same color themes, but seeing where we can go with that. So there's a nod to the central theme in each bathroom, but it just takes it in fun different directions. In one of the, you know, smaller bathrooms upstairs, you'll see that we used different organic materials in the same color family as what we have going on down in the primary bedroom and the powder bath over there.
Well, and I also love how just the use of color, you know, you have oranges and you have blacks and you have blues, and I mean, just it's a rainbow of colors, but they're all in the same earth tone family.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of the color wheel. I know it sounds basic, but it truly tells you which direction you can go in, what complements one another, and then you obviously have to think about, you know, do these colors together remind me of a certain holiday? You're saying orange and black, but I think this is the furthest home from Halloween. So how do we get there, you know, with using these same familiar colors? And I think that was accomplished by using different textures and different shades within that same color family.
Well, I think that this home is a perfect example, Monica, of how you can be bold and brave with color, but not have that color overtake the room.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to think of what we did here, even though it's bold and powerful, is really a neutral backdrop. So we can take the home in different directions with furniture and art later. So, you know, I've heard some people say that tile is like the jewelry from your home, and I actually think it's really the clothing. I think it's such a staple and it really should reflect who you are. It's not something you're gonna change a lot. So going with something you love and putting it all over the walls, the floors, wherever you can is so impactful. And every time I look at it, it makes me happy.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. It was such a pleasure to see this project.
Likewise, it was great having you in the home. I love sharing it, and I can't wait to have you back for a little cocktail party.
We'll be back with more of My Southern Home in just a moment.